and welcome to this segment of Sister to Sister. We have a great question for you today, and you know the sisters will always have an opinion, right? Listen to this one. Okay, what does the Bible mean when it calls the woman a weaker vessel? Does anybody want to take it?
You're looking at me.
Take a deep breath.
I don't want to take this conversation and, well, let me just say what I need to say. I studied a few commentaries on this, believe it or not, and honor as the weaker vessel being co-heirs. Okay, that's the whole scripture in 1 Peter. There is a legal petition that women had because women were disadvantaged economically, politically, and socially in a way. So it's saying, husbands, bring justice, in my opinion. Bring justice to your wives because they have a disadvantage in the culture, because you are co-heirs. Women weren't heirs in the Old Testament culture. It was like the first son. So I think this scripture really is used in some ways, and you guys might disagree with me, but it was revolutionary for Peter to say that you are co-equal heirs. You must bring equal justice to your wife, to that female, because she has been culturally disadvantaged. And to me, it's a revolutionary thought that we are co-heirs with Christ. We have been given the same spirit as Christ, male, female. He doesn't make a distinction. He's not a respecter of gender.
Wow,
That's what
I like
feel.
that. I love that.
That's how I feel about it.
That's how I feel about it, baby. What do you girls have?
Well, I would ask the question, are we spiritually weaker vessel? No. Are we emotionally weaker as the vessel? No. Are we mentally weaker as the vessel? No. Are we physically weaker as a vessel? I would say most women are physically weaker, physically developed more feminine, more soft. I mean, men have testosterone and big and muscles. So are we physically the weaker vessel? Yes.
Yes.
So that's what I would say, physically.
Wow. Flo, what do you have for me, wisdom of Flo?
I think Roxy did an excellent way of pulling everything out of the scripture in its proper content. So I really don't have anything to add for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
really.
my. That's good. That's unusual that you don't have an extra commentary for me.
Hey.
Corey, are we the weaker vessel?
Well, I mean, I was going along the same lines as Amy. Like, physiologically, the male and female bodies are physiologically different. And I mean, you compare like the muscles and the testosterone and the different ways that God created the body. There's a physiological difference in ability and strength. I mean, just last year, my son, when he was 15, he got taller than me and he got stronger than me.
Yes.
Like, he is opening the jars for me now. Like, it just happened, you know? And you know what? God's not saying, or we're not saying that just because you're physiologically weaker, that makes you a weaker person, or that makes you worse. I really look at it as a physiological thing, and that you can be different, but just as equal.
See, I never really looked at the whole Peter verse.
Yeah, that's good.
And so when you told us that, how Peter said that to the people and the role of women at that time, that's really interesting.
She really kept it in its proper content. And I'm just kind of like not wanting to really vary from that. I mean, I respect what you guys are saying about the physical part, but it really is not applicable to that part of the scripture.
But this scripture has been used and abused by people against women. And so, you know what? Like, no more. No, we are co-heirs together with Christ.
That's right. No more. And we're not kidding. And you better come back the next time, because you never know what these sisters are going to say here on Sister to Sister.